Founded in 1888, education powerhouse McGraw-Hill made its NYSE IPO debut this summer. And today it's back at the exchange to break down its Q2 earnings. Joining me now is McGraw-Hill CFO Bob Salmon. Bob, welcome to the New York Stock Exchange.
Thanks for having me, Ashley.
Welcome back to the New York Stock Exchange.
Yes, it's great to be back.
We were just talking about you were here for McGraw-Hill's IPO at the end of July.
Correct, yeah.
Very exciting day.
And it's great to be back, and it's great to see how the business has continued to perform, and it's been terrific. So I'm really proud of our performance in the second quarter. We're continuing to execute at an extremely high level, and the most standout performance is in our higher education business. We grew 14% year over year, really driven by share gains. And then I think you also see in our results in our second quarter that we had growth in our reoccurring and digital revenue. And that's particularly important for us as we continue to become more predictable, more resilient over time. And that allowed us to increase our guidance for the full year and also narrow our guidance range.
And when I first started working with McGraw-Hill, I was like, oh, the textbooks.
Yeah.
But you are now in 2025 a digital-first
Correct.
company. And how do you see AI driving growth for McGraw-Hill moving forward? I know it's very integrated into your offerings.
Well, we've evolved quite a bit over the last decade. We've been using technology to innovate education for decades, and we've been using machine learning for over 10 years, and now leaning into AI. So you may ask, how is it that McGraw-Hill is differentiated and positioned to be successful using AI? And really it's 4 reasons. First being our brand. We have a trusted brand, well known all over the globe. Secondly is our IP. So our intellectual property is not just the content that we've developed over 137 years, it's the platforms in which we deliver our materials. That allows us to provide insights to educators and improve learning outcomes. We also, from those platforms, gain lots of data, and that wealth of data, which is coming off of 25 million paid digital users, and delivering over 19 billion learning interactions every year. So now with that wealth of data, we can start to personalize learning experiences for students. And lastly, our fourth advantage is around our people and really our go-to-market. So we have the longest tenured, the best sales teams in the industry, and that really helps us understand the challenges that face educators every day. And so that's really what allows us to be successful using AI going forward.
Can you talk about some of the AI products that you've brought to market and some of the use cases?
Sure.
How is it being used by educators and students?
Yeah. So just Monday, we released 2 new features for K-12. The first being our teacher assistant. Teacher Assistant is allowing us to remove the administrative burden that's placed on teachers every day. An example of what that does is provide them tools to improve lesson planning. We also, and this one's more personal to me, is we've created Writing Assistant. My wife was a high school English teacher, spent 12 years in the classroom, and I product demoed this with her. She was absolutely blown away. What it does is, you can imagine the scenario. My wife in the classroom, 25 students, 50 minutes to write an essay, right? So working with them, she has 2 minutes per student. What we've developed is a tool to give that personalized instruction while preserving the productive struggle that's so critical in education. So we're really excited to bring those to market.
Super exciting news. And since you IPO'd in July, how has the company's financial profile changed, if at all?
Yeah, well, we used the proceeds from the IPO to pay down our debt. And in October, we paid down an incremental $150 million of debt. So we remain focused on our target leverage of 2.5 times, 2 to 2.5 times, which ultimately gives us greater financial flexibility as we move forward.
And you mentioned that higher ed was an area of growth. Your revenue was up 14% year over year for Q2. What drove that growth, Bob?
Yeah. So as I mentioned, primarily in share gains. We had a nice tailwind from enrollment, but really it's primarily through share gains. And what gives us the ability to take shares? We've deepened and widened our moat through the use of technology, bringing new products to market. We've recently launched our calculus program. And it's really around our people. So we have deepened and widened the moat through making greater investments in our competition, allowing us to accelerate those share gains over time.
And I understand K through 12 is a big area of focus for McGraw-Hill. What are your expectations for the K through 12 business moving forward?
Well, one of the really nice attributes of that business is it's very predictable. And so we can look out in the next couple of years and see large market opportunities, particularly in California. So there's a large adoption for our next fiscal year, which is fiscal year 27 for us, in math, followed by an ELA. And so we're bringing new products to market. We launched Emerge, our new ELA program, and we get to couple that with supplemental and intervention products. So we're really well positioned for growth as we think about the next several years.
Speaking of the next several years, what is next for McGraw-Hill?
Yeah, we keep innovating, we keep growing, and we keep winning. So we've got a clear roadmap of products we're excited to launch and continue to help improve against our mission. Our mission is very clear: help educators and learners worldwide.
All right, and how do you plan, I know we just talked about a lot of great ideas, but how do you plan to keep strengthening that mission and keep fulfilling it?
Yeah, and it's really important. Every single day, our employees come to work and they're tied to the mission. They understand the importance of what we do. And so it is, it builds upon itself. And so every day we come in, we see all of our employees know the importance that we have to serving, learners and educators all over the globe. And it just continues to build. And it's just, we're all so proud of the red cube that represents McGraw-Hill.
All right, please tell Simon, Alan, your
will.
CEO, your incredible CEO, I said hi. Thank you, Bob Salmon, CFO of McGraw-Hill. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.